What is a dead giveaway that someone grew up in an abusive household? I adopted an abused Doberman that his previous owners tried to turn into Cujo, but turned out like John Wick's dog Daisy instead. When the Doberman wasn't a vicious dog that could attack on command, they punished him. They left him in their hot car multiple times, underfed him, and didn't treat his infestation of fleas because they thought he deserved to suffer for failing to live up to expectations. The worst part was he went through a surgical procedure to remove a portion of his ear to make him look scary and have him be a guard dog, in the most suburban place you could think of. I knew taking care of him would be a tough job, but when he gave me the biggest puppy eyes I couldn't just leave him at the dog shelter. The worker even told me he was first on the euthanization list because nobody wanted to adopt him, and it seemed better to put him down sooner rather than later. I took him in, though he didn't trust me at first. It was hard to even get him in the car because he was traumatized from being left in there to rot. I had to roll down the windows first, turn on the air conditioner and have him willingly get in the car. When we got to my house, he stayed in the far corner of the living room, as if the rest of the house was a minefield and he would go to dog heaven if he moved an inch. And when I laid out his food and water in his bowls, he avoided them like a teenage girl avoids a plate of food. It was like he didn't even know what they were, which made sense considering how malnourished and dehydrated he was. For days he would not walk, eat or stand. I bought him a toy to cure his boredom since he clearly wasn't very fond of humans. A mountain of toys later and proper nutrition, I was starting to gain my boy's trust, though he still didn't trust me enough to let me pet him. If I raised my hand towards him, he would let out the loudest whimper, race to the corner of the room and shake. Uncontrollably, he would sit there with his tail tucked between his legs and crying. I could tell that was a reaction from when his previous owners would hit him. Every so often he would look at me with those scared eyes,